week started with what should have been a very easy family calendar install. Over 5 hours later, a bunch of failed attempts, I finally got it up. Plus, I get armbarred by a 19-year-old at Jiu-Jitsu and a triple-digit vet visit we were not expecting. All that and more this week's vlog. Watch this. Whoosh.
Yep, only that direction. You see his hair goes that way? Yeah. That's what you want. Mowgli. Good boy. Get your ball. Get your ball. Get it. Get your ball. Bring it here. Good boy. Good boy. You ready? Started to rain on our walk, and this wagon with the plastic rain cover is clutch. If you have 2 little kids, I highly recommend this thing. Got your little holster to hold your goodies. You want to throw your coffee in there? That's what we usually do. Today's a solo walk for me because mommy's training jiu-jitsu without me. Rude. No, but this, seriously, if you have 2 young kids, the wagon, this thing has seat belts in it. And the rain cover is just so clutch. We got a new item to install in the kitchen. Brand new calendar. The Skylight Calendar. This bad boy is going up right there. It's a pretty sick calendar. My brother has it. That's the first place that I saw it. He introduced me to it and I was like, ooh, I know immediately we gotta have it. The install should be interesting. I'm gonna try to keep it super clean, but you know what I mean? Here we go. We've got the mounting bracket up, mounted solid. 2 of them in the stud. Had a little bit of trouble getting the drywall anchor in there, but we got it in there. Next, we've got the power cord. And the goal with the power cord is to feed it through the wall, down and right into the outlet where this will go. However, we can't drop this in through the top and feed it down through the outlet. It's too big. So we got to go from the bottom up, working against gravity. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll probably just drop a string through the hole drilled down to the outlet after we shut the power off at the breaker. Stay tuned for more to see how successful or unsuccessful this goes.
1 eternity later.
It took forever to find the correct breaker for this outlet, but cheat code. I used a nightlight and just kept it plugged in here. Full power on, not on the like motion sensor mode, but full power on. Now, go. Game plan again. We're gonna drop a string down through here, pull it through, tie it off, and then pull that string with the cord, the power cord, all the way up through this hole. Let's do it. Here's the scene. We got a little bolt with a nut that I've screwed on here and tied the string here. So now we got our little dangly bit. We've got a magnet that I hope is strong enough to pull this down and guide it down the wall. But this is freshly painted, semi-freshly painted, so I don't want to scrape that. So we're gonna try and put a paper towel in front of the magnet, like so. Boom, slide it down the wall and hope this works out. Well, good idea, poor execution so far. Okay, I believe it's in the wall. Not a strong enough magnetic pull here. Okay, new game plan. Handful of socket wrench attachments. Make like a snake on here. Should be heavy enough, should bend as it goes in. And hopefully I tie a knot good enough to not lose all of these into the wall. All right, here we go, Najee Bear. We got it rigged up.
Daddy.
Couple knots in there, let's see if this works. Oh, of course. We've got to drill a little bigger hole. No success here. Need something heavy. Things have progressed. Well, things have escalated quite a bit. It's dark outside now. It's now 5:52. I'll have to see what time I started this, but it's pretty much been an all-day project. I'm finally there, I think. We have larger holes cut out. And the solution I think I worked out after a bunch of fighting, you see my knuckles scraped up and stuff, is to use what you use basically to clean out dryer vents. Have you ever seen those videos where people are cleaning out all this crazy amount of dust and dust bunnies and all this stuff in their dryer vent? So trying to fight it, and debating on cutting out one of these little panels and all this stuff. I'm like, no, we're gonna get it. Hours later, we're finally here. I think this is the moment of truth. This is a big moment. Let's see if I can get you back to the whole bit of action. Oh man. All of this effort is in the name of having a clean setup here for the family to be organized better going into the new year.
It's a bag.
That does it.
Huh?
Let's see. Oh, it's feeding. Oh, baby. We're in here. Freaking finally, dude. And there we have it. We ran this. That'll plug in right there. Clean all the way up to the mount. Okay, that was a lot of work, but we still have more to go. So I'd have force there and everything. None of that stuff worked. But ultimately, what did it was that dryer cleaning. This is just a bunch of pieced together pieces that you can screw length, and it's pretty firm, flexy, but firm. And we got it done. Now it's time to hang this bad boy up. Feels great. This is Sunday. This is supposed to be my rest day, optional like yoga or light movement. And just got a 45-minute ride in. I haven't ridden this thing in a while, so it feels good to ride, first of all. Second, it feels damn good to kick the week off like this after coming off of 2 missed workouts last week. And a couple of the workouts were swapped for yoga because of sickness or whatever, but this feels so good. So starting the week off with this, it's looking good, baby. It's looking good. And we conquered the calendar mounting. Let's go. Welcome to Lines in the Sand by Peter Dragon. Yes. Talk like a dragon. Sleeping boys.
Hungry parents.
Hungry parents. We got a driveway pull-up meal date after running errands. Just so we don't have to wake them. I feel like any good set of parents out there does this sort of thing. Wouldn't you say? Steal that time when and where you can. Look at your shiny little coat here, buddy. Look at your shiny little coat here, buddy. Look at your shiny little coat here. Look at you. Yeah, go. Side quest to brush the dog and clean him up. I haven't done that in a lot longer than I care to admit, but it feels so nice to give him that little bit of a treat. We lucked out big time with Mowgli because his fur and his coat is just so easy to maintain that we are like, we never have issues where a lot of dogs have long hair around their booty and they get them dingleberries and stuff. Never had those issues. He's very clean top to bottom, and his fur coat also, he doesn't shed much, but it also just shimmers all the time. It's just really good looking coat. So we don't have the signs that are there for a lot of dogs of like, hey, you need to brush this dog. So I tend to go a lot longer than I should without brushing him. So it's nice to have had that done. That was a little bit of a side quest after our Barnes & Noble, our bookstore visit today, and the errand running that ran some errands but ended up very mildly successful in doing those. But anyway, these side quests they're leveling up, I would say, in the quality of my life since I started vlogging. It's this weird effect, but I keep productivity and performance sort of at the forefront of everything, because if I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna set up the camera and film this little clip of whatever it is, I tend to aim for something that's of quality. I don't want to just film random stuff, me just kind of doing nothing. There's space for those to exist, but I'm constantly thinking of like what needs to be done, what's a good quality thing to do right now, and that was one of those things that was not planned, not on the list, but I was like, you know what, I need to give this dude some love right now. And it worked out being great because it was also a moment to teach our firstborn, how to take care of Mowgli in that way and brush him and which direction to brush the coat and all of these things. So random side quests, but they're leveling up just from this vlogging experience. So again, I said this in one of the very first vlogs, but I'm like, this is not something that is, I'm doing it for you, for anybody else out there. This is very much so for me, and this is one of the effects that I gain from this. Now, the hope is you benefit from this as well. There's something that's a good takeaway for you, even if it is just, you know, wasting some time and watching somebody else's way of life and just learning through visually watching this and experiencing it, or if there's lessons in here that work for you and help with your life, then that's huge bonus for me. I really hope to bring some value to you. But at the core of it, It's like, I love doing this. I love the creative process of this, and the big bonus that I'm experiencing already, this is week 5 that I'm filming in right now. Huge bonus is that I'm just so much more productive in the quality of things that I choose to do, even in the random side quests of things. And so part of this was also yesterday with the struggle to install the calendar the way that I wanted. I fought that thing for 5 hours. I could have had it up literally in 10 minutes time, and the cord could have just been there. I could have tacked it to the wall. It would have been fine, but it wasn't as clean or a really good look that I really wanted. And frankly, if I wasn't filming and I hadn't already struggled and caught a little bit of that struggle, I probably would have just been like, yeah, I'll get to this later, and do it that way, with mentally telling myself, which is total bullshit, telling myself, oh, I'm gonna do it later, I'll do it right later, I'll do it clean later, but for now, let's just get this thing up and running. But I've noticed that this weird effect of the vlog is like, oh, I have to perform at a higher level. Not to perform in the sense of like, let me fake you people out. No, you're very much so getting the real experience of these things. But for myself, it's like this level of accountability. Are you really gonna say I'm gonna do it later, knowing that your track record is you'll do something 90% of the way and then tell yourself you'll do it right and finish that 10% later, but reality is you don't get back to it? Or are you just gonna stick to this, figure this problem out, whatever that is? And honestly, a large part of what has helped me level up in that area already, even though it's also still a very short time, I've only been vlogging for 4 weeks. This is week 5. And Jiu-Jitsu I've been doing for a few months, but being on the mats and having to go and show up every time and fight these problems, and a lot of these problems are like, man, I keep getting submitted in this same way, or I keep getting stuck in the same position, and having to work through these problems, it's also transposing to moments like this, life like this. So it's pretty cool. All of this coming together to just make a more quality life for me. I'm so proud and happy today looking at the calendar and all of the benefit that we get from having all the things on this calendar. But it's just an epic photo frame for us too, that we get to visit and see. Even the kids are kind of sitting there staring at all the photos and everything popping up, like kind of in awe and excitement and reliving moments and curiosity for moments they didn't get to experience. And all of this is just so cool. But now I have 1 hour that I need to do some focused work, because I aimed to have more time today, but the errands and all that stuff and a couple of the side quests today threw me off. So I'm gonna try to get some focused work in. And right now the big thing is I have a bunch of junk videos. Like, I use this AI software sort of thing to put up a bunch of videos that were just like little shorts and all this stuff that were not good. The long form videos feel good about, but I have a bunch of short videos on the YouTube channel that I'm gonna go on, and I'm not gonna delete them, but I'm gonna move them to unlisted, because they're just not quality things, and I wanna increase the quality of anything that you're going to experience on the channel. So I'm gonna spend the next hour working on that, plus I have some other tidbits here to get to work on. So we'll see how far along I get in this and have a nice little work session. I am very close to being late to Jiu-Jitsu. This one is absolutely not on me. It is on Jeanette, but it's on me because she got to have a wonderful workout and not rush through it, despite my encouragement to have her starting it earlier and earlier and earlier than she did. But I'm definitely rushing. However, I also could have been way more prepared. Earlier in the day, I could have had my gi in the truck and all these things. So that's me jokingly poking blame at her when I have plenty of opportunity to get ahead of this than I did. But running a little bit tight. I was laying down with baby, and baby was taking a nap. I may have also participated in said nap. So my energy, my mood right now is not that great going into Jiu-Jitsu. So based off of everything that I know so far from my own empirical data, my mood in 1 hour will be far better than my mood is right now. Stay tuned. and I've been up for like an hour, but I can't get back to sleep. Part of this, I think, is I've just had really poor sleep hygiene for the last probably 2 weeks. But I'm also very hungry. And after Jiu-Jitsu last night, all I did was I came home and had a protein shake and then a couple plantain chips. So I'm very hungry right now, but I'm also, my brain has been on fire for the last couple weeks. A lot of ideas around what I need to do and want to do with the business, as well as with the YouTube channel. And so just an active mind has not really provided me the best of sleep, but I figure right now I have some decent time, a couple hours before the family wakes up, that I can get some good work in. So I've got the laptop. I'm gonna chill on the couch and listen to some focus ADHD music. See what work I can get done. Motivation has been lacking lately. My fire to grow and to get shit done has been way high, but the motivation has been low. It's been a weird exchange, let's say, or a duality of sort of energies. You've probably noticed, like, from the workouts and everything, where I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. And this is very much the same case. The difference I have right now is I'm just not aiming for some big goal of like, oh, do this. It's more so just aiming for habits. Just build the habit that this is just a thing that I do. And ultimately, the goals will get knocked down if I stick with it. So that's kind of what I've been riding on. And so far, so good. I'm still very happy when I look at the workout tracker and everything and how many I've committed to and performed and done and exceeded and blah, 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 blah. I'm very happy with that. But in the moments like this, I'm just not really feeling it. I took Christmas lights down earlier. It was great. And then I was like rolling them up using the rolling of the lights as like a forearm workout. And I have tendonitis on the outside of this. Like, I think it'd be tennis elbow, not technically golfer's elbow. And it's just like, it does not feel good. And I have battle ropes for this workout. So I already know that that's gonna be a bit of a challenge, a bit of a problem, but it's just a little bit of pain. And I figure it flared up a little bit earlier. It's the same day. So I'm gonna get through this, knock this out, and see how it feels tomorrow. And we'll gauge what to do from there. But it's New Year's Eve, the night before New Year. I'm going to bring this new year in without anything crazy, fantastical, performative. I'm just gonna do the thing. That's it. We're just about to do the thing. So here we go. Yet another meal. But I didn't prep this one either. This is one of my favorite things Jeanette does, is she'll make a big batch of ground turkey, throw some beans in there and a little bit of seasoning, but just this big batch, and be able to keep it for days at a time to where I can just go in, grab it, throw it on a tortilla, heat it up, boom, eat, and I'm done. It's like a 4-minute ordeal. Saves time, and it's delicious, especially with Trader Joe's salsa verde. So the question is Nyjah supposed to take the cheese and hide under the dining room table and eat it?
No, that's so silly.
He's not supposed to?
Why were you doing that?
What do you think?
I like to. Because Matthew like it. Matthew like hide on the big table and little table.
The monsters in your tummy like to hide under the big table and the little table and eat the cheese? Oh, I see. The family's all down. It's New Year's Eve, 10 p.m. After getting everybody down, I rolled back out of bed and I'm working on, I saw this video on YouTube about kind of optimizing your YouTube channel. And that's what I'm trying to do here as a part of this whole journey. Like, yeah, it's one thing to be vlogging and doing this stuff, but why not do it to the best of your abilities? And I'm fascinated with this and the learning process and all this stuff. Anyway, I saw this video that gave a really great breakdown on how to kind of structure your channel page and all that stuff. So here I am designing that bad boy on Canva to ring in the new year. And this just feels very, very normal for so many different like self-employed moments. Whereas if I just had a job and had to just show up somewhere, I'd have tomorrow off. I can just kind of fuck around and do whatever I want and then just show up to work and get paid and the paycheck would come in whenever. But this is just very different. You as a self-employed person, and you would know this if you've gone down this journey, down that road before, or if you're on it now, is like there's just certain things that they're not for your life. They're not for that chapter of your life anyway. And going out, partying, doing all these things it's just not one of those things for me, especially having kids and especially where I'm at in my life right now. I just literally want to optimize everything that I can and get better at everything I can, and this is part of it. So we continue. Happy New Year to you. It's time to set the bar. We're not really setting the bar. We're cruising along doing the same old stuff. Today we have upper body strength day. We're going with some bench press, some pull-ups. We got dumbbell rows, overhead press, power press, and some foam rolling for the T-spine. Let's get after it, baby. This is my quiet excitement because baby's sleeping, Jeanette is sleeping, but you know, we're gonna get it in. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Get this quick workout in. She gets her workout in, then we're gonna go spend some family time. It is my nephew's birthday, Xavier. It's a big one. 21st. Let's go. All the new year, new me, New Year's resolutions that you're making and thinking of making, or you already made, right next to them, write down what you're willing to give up in order to have that. Because you're not gonna suddenly, because it's a new year, have more time in your day or be able to just toss new things in without getting rid of old things. So when you have these new goals that you're after, make sure you have something next to it that you're committed to giving up in order to have that. One thing I aim to focus on in the new year to get rid of things is getting rid of distractions. That's it. Just focus down on the things that I love and I'm pursuing and get rid of distractions. Because if I can get rid of distractions, I'm gonna be able to achieve a lot more. It's more time dedicated to the things I want to be pursuing. Let's play Guess the Packing Device. And by packing device, think backpack, think suitcase, think anything, carry on, checked suitcase large. We're going on a 24-hour trip just to visit my family. My family, 24 hours. Me, Jeanette, the kids, taking the dog too. 24 hours, that's it. Now, before you answer, Jeanette and I used to travel the entire world. I'm talking, we've been Thailand through South Korea, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, all over the place. And we would do it with just a backpack. And we're going on a 24-hour trip right now. Just a single backpack would take us, 2 weeks, 3-week trip, no problem. Here we are. going on a 24-hour trip with the family. And are we taking a backpack? No, we're not. We're taking a full-sized Osprey suitcase to bring our stuff. This is me right here. Those are me. Toiletry kit, Jones. Love. If you don't know Jones Sports Co., you got to get on it. We got Jones. We got the Stop Box. If you know, the Stop Box Pro. If you know, you know. We got the big man stuff, and we got little man stuff. So Jeanette's not even in here yet. Got a little bit of the dog stuff, but 24-hour trip. This is it. The days of backpacking and getting around the world are on pause for now. They're not done, but they're on pause. Okay, let's go.
One at a time. You can't make it rain at once.
It's Friday. It's 5-something in the morning, and yesterday was, as far as business and fitness go, it was a wasted day. But it was not a wasted day because we had great family time. We, in the last 48 hours, had a wonderful time at my brother's place with my nephew for his 21st little poker tournament. I took 3rd place, no big deal, no big deal, no big deal. We had a blast though. And then quality family time there. The next day, family time, went over, had a fantastic visit with my dad. And I'm just, man, I'm so thankful that both my parents are still alive. I get to spend time with them. I have a good relationship with them. And I know that's not the case for a lot of people. So that feels like, in a sense, it feels like winning the lottery, and that's not really lost on me. Man, just a wonderful couple of days. But yesterday had a 4-hour, what's normally a 2-hour drive home, was a 4-hour drive due to an accident on the freeway that just had traffic completely stopped. Got home, was just kind of burnt out, and we were all in bed by like 8 o'clock. So workout skipped. Everything else that needed to be done skipped, just went to bed, rested after some fun-filled family time. So now here I am, 5 o'clock hour the next morning. Got to get a little bit of work done, and the game plan is Jiu-Jitsu today since I didn't get to go 2 days ago. New Year's Day, everything was closed. I was a little bit sad, but we'll pick back up on it here and maybe even sneak in an additional workout today or tomorrow so that we can make sure we hit 7 for 7 this week and pick things back up.
Daddy's turn.
Okay, can you hold this and point it to mommy and daddy? Move your finger. Oh wow, that is like a puppy. Hey, guess who just gave us an unexpected $800 vet visit?